When calculating area of parallelograms, you have to make sure to remember the formula. Area equals base times height. Okay? The most difficult part is going to be making sure you have properly identified the base and the height. Remember, the base and the height must form 90-degree angles, which means they will be perpendicular from each other. And in order to find the height, you can start by extending from the base, okay? Or extend from the base. Okay, so keep those three things in mind. We're looking for 90-degree angles, perpendicular lines, extend from the base. Okay, so let's say we have a parallelogram like so, and we have a base here. We can extend to create our height. Okay? One thing I do want you to remember though is just like in previous lessons, our base actually is part of the actual parallelogram. However, we can extend out that base line if we need to. Okay? We just have to make that dotted or dashed. So if we needed to extend out our baseline to create our height, we could do so. So if I extended it out, I could come over here, go up and over, and I'm going to make that a dotted line to show that it's not really a part of the original figure. Okay? But as you can see, I can extend over like that, create 90-degree angles, and that too could be a height. So remember that the height can extend beyond the figure. Okay, now let's go and actually do some calculations based on data. Okay, now this looks like a square, but it really isn't a square. It's not designed to be a square. Okay, so this is 7 inches, and then as we extend down, like so, we create a 90-degree angle there. Okay, and that is 12 inches. So if we were to calculate the area of this parallelogram, we have to look at the base times the height. Okay, and 12 inches is our height. So instead of our base here, we would write a 7, and instead of the height here, we'd write a 12. And it's a matter of just multiplying 7 times 12. We get 84 inches squared. So the area of this parallelogram is 84 inches squared. Let's try another example. This time our base is going to be 3 centimeters. But as we extend down for our height, we get 3/4 of a centimeter as our height. Well, wait. We're used to working with whole numbers, but now we see a fraction. Well, don't let that confuse you. You stick with the same process, okay? Your base and your height. Well, we know that the base is 3. The height is 3/4. So instead of an h, we replace that with 3/4. So now we have 3 times 3/4. And remembering our rules of fractions, we can come and place a 1 underneath our whole number of 3. Then we can multiply across. 3 times 3 gives us 9. And then 1 times 4 gives us 4. So we have 9/4 centimeters squared. Now, you should remember, looking at this 9/4, that's not simplest form because it's an improper fraction. So that means we're going to go and make that a mixed number. Okay? So when you have 9/4, remembering your rules of mixed numbers, that's the same as saying 2 1/4 centimeters square. And that is our final answer for the area of this parallelogram. Okay? So don't let different kinds of numbers confuse you. Remember to do the same process. All right, let's do another example. Let's see here. This one is going to be nice and tall. There we go. Okay, so we have here 5 centimeters, and then we have an extension outside of the figure that looks like that. Okay, so if we need to, you can take this video, or if you're watching on an iPad or laptop, and you can turn it to the left 90 degrees, and then your 5 centimeters here will actually run horizontally instead of vertically. But I do want you to practice to visualize with this 5 centimeters being vertical as it stands. Okay, so now we have our 5 centimeters here. Then you notice in our dotted green line, that actually is our extender of a perpendicular line to create 90-degree angles. So this actually is our height. Okay? And if you don't understand that, then hit rewind on this video and watch it again. Okay? But this is our height. And this length is actually 4 centimeters. So we need to find the area of this parallelogram. So again, we're going to go to the formula, A equals B times H, and instead of the B, we're going to put a 5, and instead of an H, we can replace that with the 4. Okay? So knowing that you have wonderful mental math capabilities, you can calculate a product of 20 centimeters squared, because 5 times 4 is 20. And then we know that area is always calculated in square units, 20 centimeters squared. Okay? So we will stop there for now. And again, we will work more on this in class. But if there's anything that confuses you, make sure you watch the videos again or ask me specific questions in class so that we can help you understand it. Okay? We'll sign off for now.